Viktor Frankl was a Jewish doctor in a concentration camp during World War II. He lost everything: his family, his dignity, his hope. But in the end, he discovered something very important about pain. In his book, Man's Search for Meaning, he says that we have to choose our attitude. We cannot choose what happens to us. We cannot always choose what we go through. Sometimes life just throws things at us, but we can choose how we respond. He goes on to say that everything can be taken from a man but one. The last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude, to choose one's own way. Frankl saw many men around him lose their minds, lose their souls, lose their hope, lose their will to live. And he says that they lost everything except one thing: the freedom to choose their attitude, to choose their response. I think that this is a very important lesson for us to learn today. We all experience pain. It might be physical pain. It might be emotional pain. It might be mental pain. We all have experienced pain at some point in our lives, and it's in those moments of pain that we discover what we're made of. When we go through pain, we have two choices: either give in to the pain and let it consume us, or choose to rise above it. Viktor Frankl chose to rise above his pain. He says that when he was in the concentration camp, he found meaning in three things. No. One, he found meaning in his work. He was a doctor, so he helped other people. That gave him purpose. No. Two, he found meaning in his suffering. He realized that his suffering had a purpose. It could have a purpose. And he says that in retrospect, he would not trade his suffering because it made him a better person. And then the third thing is he found meaning in love. He says that love is the only force capable of transforming an evil world into a good one. So what can we learn from Viktor Frankl? That no matter what we go through in life, no matter what pain we experience, we always have a choice. We can either give in to the pain, or we can choose to rise above it. We can find meaning in our suffering. And I think that this is a very important lesson for us to learn. You see, when we go through pain, we often feel like there is no meaning to it. We feel like it's just happening to us and we're helpless. But that's not true. We are not helpless. We can always find meaning in our suffering. We can always find purpose in our pain. And when we do that, we become more resilient. We become stronger. So next time you're going through a tough time, a difficult situation, remember the words of Viktor Frankl. Choose your attitude. Choose to rise above your pain. Find meaning in your suffering and find purpose in your pain, because that's the only way to truly overcome it.